Okay, so I just got a package, which I'm very excited about. So I've been going down a bit of a rabbit hole on YouTube around journals and planning, and it's got me inspired to go back to using a physical planner. I've been kind of using online to-do lists, etc. for the last wee while. I tend to alternate between liking to have a physical planner as opposed to one online. But a lot of the YouTubers that I watch are based in the US, and I've kind of fallen in love with some of the brands that they show on their channel, but the shipping is often just really ridiculous to get those brands to Australia. So I was really keen to try and find some Australian brands that kind of had a similar aesthetic, but with more reasonable shipping costs. So I was really excited when I found this brand, MadeIt, largely because they have a very kind of minimalist, modern aesthetic, which is really what I was looking for, and also their planners are really customizable. So they largely sell disc-bound and binder-style journals and planners, where you can basically choose your inserts to insert into the journals in whatever kind of arrangement that you like. Previously, I've had kind of a traveler's notebook style planner where you can customize those as well with different kind of planner inserts, but I really liked the idea of getting a disc-bound planner because I want to be able to combine my monthly spread with my weekly spread with my day spreads with extra spreads that I want specifically for like planning my YouTube videos, for example. So I really liked the fact that I can kind of mix and match individual pages with this kind of approach. So really excited to open this up. Oh wow, this packaging is gorgeous. So I think these are some freebies. This isn't anything that I ordered. So there's this little breathe card, some foiled stickers that have kind of like cleaning tasks on them, bin day, laundry, vacuum, a journaling card. God, all the packaging is just so gorgeous. Writing utensils. I actually genuinely can't remember what I ordered, so this is quite fun. Yeah, so this is a Uniball pen that I got. I just thought that the colours was gorgeous, and it's got a little clip to hook it onto your planner. Then I got some page flags. These are transparent as well, so you can kind of put them on the edge of your pages, write on them, but also kind of see underneath the main bit of the flag. A little sticky to do, which I thought might be good for kind of adding into various pages in my planner where having a checklist or a to-do list made sense. Some more tabs, this time in a white colour. Oh, second to-do list. I'm not sure if I accidentally ordered two or if that's a freebie. These transparent stickers. These are basically like almost highlighter strips, so you can kind of put them over top of titles or text to kind of bold them. And again, I liked the colour, and I quite liked the idea of having a sticker as a way of highlighting some text rather than a highlighter. These little dot stickers in the same colour. Then these are some planning stickers, so to do, urgent, appointment, reminder. Got some mini date dots. So I actually went with an unplanned planner, an undated planner, sorry. I find like I do kind of like go through phases of using my planner and then not using it, and so I didn't want a dated one because I wanted to be able to kind of pick it up again whenever I kind of go back to using a planner, even if I've missed a couple of months. And also I wanted to start using it now. I didn't want to wait till 2026, so I got an undated one, and then I thought it'd be great to have these stickers so I can actually date my pages. I also got some month stickers as well, which should be in here. So there's the dates and there are the months. Yeah, it's really nice material. It's almost kind of like paper. Like it's kind of matte, there's no shine to it, and it's a little bit transparent too. Then I got this pen loop to attach onto the planner so that I can keep my pen with it. This is a free gift. I think the idea with this is that you can insert it into your planner to kind of keep things like your paper flags and other bits and pieces like your stickers handy. Okay, so here are the main parts of the planner as well. But before I do that, this is a little ruler. It's actually flexible. I didn't realize that. I thought it'd be hard, but that's kind of cool that you can insert into the planner. So you've always got a ruler. And then these are the planner discs. Okay, so here are the different parts of my planner. So monthly agenda, undated. I got this spread, which is basically just kind of 4 lists, which I thought might be handy for kind of different planning things. I got some plain paper, which I kind of thought would be good for brainstorming, kind of more creative thinking. Some plain dot grid. I've got some particular spreads I want to do, planning out different things like tracking, for example, where I'm up to with my social media posts. So I thought some dot grid paper would be good for that. I got this to basically serve as the front cover of my planner. I thought this was a gorgeous design. Then weekly agenda, again undated. So it's kind of got 1 week spread across 2 pages. So I'll show you the monthly one as well. So the monthly one is also spread across 2 pages with squares for each day of the month. I thought this spread would be great for planning out my YouTube videos. Then I got this as dividers so that I can use these to break out my months. And then this is essentially the cover, the front and the back cover of the journal, which is just a plain kind of slightly frosted cover. So now I can assemble my journal. So I haven't exactly decided how I'm going to lay it out, so I'm just going to chuck stuff in for now and then figure it out. But I'm broadly thinking I'm going to start each month with a monthly agenda and then a series of weeklies. Now, I didn't actually realise that these would be double-sided in the sense that this is one monthly spread and then this is the second. And it's slightly annoying because I actually want to have 1 month at the start of each monthly section rather than having all the monthly sections together. So it does mean that I'm going to have to lose kind of half of a monthly spread and have the kind of front cover and back cover of each month being half of the next month. I'm going to have the same issue with these weekly planners, so I'm kind of wanting to have 4 weeks worth of the weekly planners in each month section, but it means again I'm going to be cutting out half of one. And then I'll include a few dot grids in each monthly section. I'm still deciding exactly how I'm going to use these, but I'll the good thing about the disc bound is I can move things around really easily once I've just kind of figured out what works best. Some blank pages, maybe just a couple of blank pages. And some of these. So I'm thinking I might just set it up for December, which is just about to start, and then January. So I've got my monthly spread, 4 weekly spreads, some list spreads, dot grid, and plain. And then I'll do the same for December. So I think I might need to get creative with maybe sticking a cover page on here so that my monthly spread starts on this page, and then same with the start of the weekly planner. But maybe that's actually a good way for me to do some nice creative journaling to make kind of nice cover pages each month. Okay, so now I just need to assemble it with the discs. And then my journal is assembled. So I will pop back here once I've set up my spreads, decided how I'm going to use it, and once I've started using it, just to let you know how I'm finding it. Okay, so I've been playing around with my journal and I've got it all set up for January now. I've been using it throughout December, but I didn't try to make it look particularly aesthetic. I was just wanting to really test how I wanted to use my journal so that I could kind of decide how I wanted to set it up for next year. I can't remember if I actually showed you this when I did the unboxing, but this is a little pen holder that I got as well, which I really like. It just sticks onto the back there so I can keep my pen with my journal. So to kind of solve the double-sided page issue, I ended up printing an image on my printer for like kind of a cover page, and I just stuck it to the back side of the monthly spread. So I just did this on my printer, and then I used my Cricut to cut out the right shape for the disc bound with the little holes. And I thought I'd kind of try and do a bit of a theme for each month, so I sort of chose watercolor landscapes as my kind of theme for January. So then I've got my monthly spread, and I just printed out some stickers on my Cricut. I'm trying to keep it fairly simple. I feel like if I tried to make this too pretty and beautiful, that I could potentially get down a bit of a rabbit hole and get frustrated if it's not quite perfect. So I tried to encourage myself to keep it simple. So I just did date headings, and then I've got a few little stickers that I've stuck throughout. I might add to it as I go if I'm feeling particularly creative, but I wanted to start with it pretty simple. I used the date dots from Made Paper Company to add the dates. It was a little bit tedious sticking these on, so I suspect in future months I'll probably end up just writing them. And then I just stuck the pages together for the back of the monthly spread and the start of the weekly spread. I need to probably find a better glue for doing this. I found this is a little bit, you can kind of see the ripples from where I've glued it together. But then I've got my weekly spreads. So for each of the weekly spreads, I've just done the date and put a few stickers throughout as well. I have been using this for the last few weeks, and I do really like having the kind of to-do list for every day, but then a bit of a parking to-do list for things that don't have to be done by a particular date. And I find this is quite a good way to move things over that I don't quite get done, but kind of still have everything on the same page, including things for the weekend and things that can be held over till next week. So I've done that for all the weeks of January. Then I've got kind of some lists at the back here. So I've got one for kind of different ideas that I have for things I want to make in my Cricut, different crochet ideas or patterns that I want to capture. And then I've also got a general parking place here for things that are kind of not urgent, but I want to capture somewhere. I suspect I'll fill this out with more lists and categories kind of as I use the journal more. Then I've got some tracking pages. So this is a page for me just to track my social media content, kind of different clips or shorts that I'm creating, where I'm up to with them, and then same for my long form YouTube videos, kind of so I can keep track of which ones I've filmed, which ones I've edited, which ones have been scheduled, etc. I am sort of planning to use the monthly spread to kind of map out my YouTube videos, because typically I release them on Fridays, and I'm thinking I might actually use post-it notes to do this, so I can kind of move them around as I decide what order I want to put my videos out in. So I've got some blank bullet pages here for other things that I might want to track throughout the month. And then at the back here, I've got some kind of brain dump or brainstorm kind of pages as well. So like ideas for videos that I want to do, ideas for short form content, things, crochet kits that I want to create. And I'm kind of thinking as well, these are things that I can move between months, because this is going to be kind of a place for me to capture long-term ideas that I can then move into the next month once I get to it. So I'm really happy with this journal from Made Paper Company. Hopefully I will be good and consistent about using it, but I really like that I can customize it, and so hopefully that means I will keep using it, because I can kind of adjust it to how I'm using it at the time, and if I decide to change how I'm using it, then it's really easy to change that up as well. Thanks so much for watching this video. I realize this is a little bit different from my usual content, but I hope you found it interesting.